There are basically two hormones that ensures the survival of a human. That is endorphins and dopamines. Endorphins, for example, if you look at the primitive era, is what is released when there is stress. People in the primitive era do go for hunting, and it is a stressful encounter to go with. Some people can go for a day or two without hunting anything. It's really stressful. What makes every other hunter to strive hard to get what to eat is that survival need, that I need to survive. Also, what is making me move forward and continue with my hunt despite the fact that there is a lot of pain in it, is the release of endorphins. Endorphins helps in what blocking the physical pains that is being perceived by human. If it acts as a pain reliever for the stressful acts you are in, you tend to move forward and do the necessary things. This is in the modern day, like the way we are so stressed with working environments, we go into, but we keep on going, because the more stressed we are, the more endorphins will be released. That's why we are able to adapt. That's why stressful situations, you begin to see yourself being adapting to it. Your body will conquer that stage to open a new capacity to handle more. It's because of the endorphins that is being released, so that it will help us survive and pass that stage in anticipation for what is ahead of us to gain. As we move closer to what we are about to get, let's go back to primitive era. You move closer to food, then there is dopamines that are being released as you move further, because of that anticipation and satisfaction you feel when you are coming towards food. You have release of dopamine. Then when you get the food, you have more release. When you eat the food, you have more release of dopamines in your body that helps in making you feel satisfied. Hence why the situation of hunting and gathering comes into. You hunt, you get the endorphins, you gather because you don't want to starve. For human race to survive, you don't want to starve, then you gather. Because if you are going to live on, okay, I'll only hunt when I'm hungry, then some days you might not eat. So that's why humans developed the habit of gathering, to keep something aside for rainy days, so that I don't have to depend on my ability to hunt every other time, despite the fact that there are some times that I need an emergency source of nutrient to sustain my level. Remember, the primary instinct for humans is survival, and endorphins and dopamines helps humans to survive. That's what they do. It's like in an incentive we get in a stressful situation, or in a situation that will keep making us going back to things that will sustain us. If we look at the modern era, you go to work, you are stressed, but at the moment the time for salary comes, you are happier. Then your dopamines are being released. When you are eating your salary, you are much more happier, right? That is what is happening. Endorphins and dopamines are helping us to not just survive, but also thrive in our lives. That's the role they play.